Let's go. Oh man, 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 oh man. It's a big day. It's a big day today. It's a huge day. Gonna give it a few minutes to just kind of hang out, chill for a second. Slash, put this all over the interwebs. You already know. Gonna post this to Twitter, do the whole thing. You already know right now. Alright, let me see. On at Twitch. Bing bong. Haha, who's in here? I'm about to get started probably in just a second. Need to charge my phone. Need to see where I'm going after this. Let me see. What's this address? Where is this at? 10-minute drive, not bad. Alright. While you guys are here, if there's anyone in here, looks like there are a couple people in, I'm going to play some audio from Ableton. I need you guys to let me know if it works. So let me do that first. Should be working. Let me know if you guys heard that. I'm here to say, get my mama cream for days, got bills to pay. My phone charged for a little bit. Drink some water, you know. Drink out of this huge jug right here. Oh, nice. I hope you got some water ASMR from that. Alright, check this out. I got this thing yesterday. God damn, my room gets so hot like this time. I might have to change into a shirt here in a second. It's crazy. I got this thing yesterday. Check it out. Can't even, I'm trying to. It's like one of these boys, you know? Little camera. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna start shooting a bit more of my own content just to have. You know, just want to like learn how to use these things. Got Final Cut at the beginning of the year, haven't opened it yet, but Wow. Feels significantly better. Alright. Let's check the media of the socials, make sure people know I'm live. Alright, y'all. Just fucking ball. You already know. Is Drift Kills, is that KG? Maybe it's not. I don't know who that is. Alright, man. Well, here we go. I think for the producers out here, I'm gonna get started on this. Let me turn my mic up just a little bit. Let me just see where I'm at with my mic. Does my mic sound good for you guys? Is it cool? Oh, let's go. Let's go. Does my mic sound half decent? Let's go. Alright, cool. I'm just gonna start going over it and then we'll see when people pop in. So quick backstory on this song. The song drops tonight. It's called Ball. It's a song I made. I was in Miami, working with a producer there, and basically after one of the shows, his name's Elangelo. My friend Carlo, he took me to this party, and he was like, "Yo, man, like my friend's DJing, like blah blah," and he's been in Miami for a minute, and he was like, "Yeah, like I want to show you what it looks like." So we're working all day, working from like 3 or 4 to like 1 in the morning, and then he was like, "Let's pop in." And I don't really go out like that, but he was like, "Trust me, it'll be a good time. It's his birthday." We go in and we're there for 2 hours, and I was like so impressed by the DJ's like spinning abilities. Like he was just like, for 2 hours, like I consider myself like I look deep into like finding songs, you know, and like for 2 hours this guy was just playing records that never heard before, all local, all just like really cool, like real curator DJ shit. And just really inspired me. And so like that next day on the flight back from Miami back to Los Angeles, where I'm at right now, KG had Kevin George, who's the vocalist on this record, he had sent me like some acapellas while I was working with Carlo. And we didn't end up using it, but I just had this acapella that I really liked on my desktop. And I don't even think I had it downloaded. So then like as the plane is literally starting to taxi, it's like starting to like speed up to take off, I'm like tethering my iPhone to download this acapella because I just wanted something to work on the flight, because I'm really bad at like being on planes. Not like anxious or anything, I just can't sleep. Holy shit, I'm like, got some feedback, my bad. So I'm tethering my shit, downloading this top line, and then I made this whole song front to back on the plane. I think I maybe made like, I did it front to back on a plane that night, played it at a show, like a little release party thing the next day, and then we dropped it on Sound like the day after. So yeah, that's the backstory for Ball. I was just really inspired to make like dance records, and ever since I made this record, I've just kind of been like, you know, I wanna build out a more electronic catalog that works in a lot of different zip codes. Because like when I'm playing shows in Miami, like in Miami you got to play house music, and this I don't know that this is a house song per se, but it's a dance record for sure. And so this was kind of, you know, this song Ball and 5 Star, the other song that's gonna come out with Kevin tonight, we're doing like an A-side B-side situation. You know, both of those songs were like an attempt at me building out shit that I think works well in a live setting. So there we go. That's the backstory. That's Ball. This is a lot of people's favorite record of mine that I've worked on recently. So yeah, super stoked that Kevin let me do this. So here's the acapella. Actually, honestly, I'm going to play through the song because some of you guys probably have never heard this before. The one caveat I'll give is like, I had this guy Ice Hunt mix the record, but this is about 90% of what it ended up being. It was pretty close, but he just did a better job mixing it than me. So I'm just gonna let it rip, and you guys will still get the musical idea for sure. All right, here we go. This is Ball with Kevin. Just ball.
She tell me she feel my pain. We pouring up shots, we grateful for life today. In between blowing up big or losing it all, I'm okay with life today. Oh yeah, whenever she calls, she tell me dream big. Go ahead, have it all, just ball. Whenever she calls, she tell me dream big. Go ahead, have it all, just ball. Just ball. Love me is just not an option. I get it poppin'. Book me cause I keep it rockin'. Her nickname is TB, she locked in. I told her once that I'm up, I take the place of a nigga. I'm with it, I'm top 10. And I'm not 10, sweetie, baby, of course. Of course I see that cake. Of course I text you late. Of course I fix my rate. Of course I wanna date. Of course I see that cake. Of course I text you late. Of course I wanna ball. Just ball. Just ball. Oh yeah, whenever she calls, she tell me dream big. Go ahead, have it all, just ball. Just ball. Just ball. Oh yeah, whenever she calls, she tell me dream big. Go ahead, have it all, just ball.
Let's go. You can totally do that, bro.
Just ball.
Wow, wow. Let's go. That's ball. So listening back to it, I don't even think this is the final version because I think that I added a sub on the drop that you don't hear here, but it doesn't matter. Like, that's literally a sub. You guys will definitely, you definitely get the meat and potatoes. So this is who mixed the record. This is the unmixed version. So I appreciate that because this one is me mixing it, but Ice Hunt, who ended up mixing the record, like the one that will be on DSPs tonight, he made it sound really good. He's the man. Low end bass are sick. Yeah, he definitely put the low end in a context that I couldn't have quite figured out. So big shout out to Ice Hunt, Hunter, the man. All right, let's get into it. Again, I made this entire song start to finish on a flight, so it's not organized. Thank you, bro. It's not organized, but I think that you guys will, I kind of want it that way because I don't want it to look like I work a certain way. Like, this is how I work. This is the project file. This is how I made it. Like, this is like for real, you know? So here we go. Here's the record. Let's start off with the vocals right here. Kevin sent me these and I just had them. I didn't do any processing because Kevin's really good at processing his vocals. I mean, I did like a little bit of brightening, a little bit of some altar boy, but again, I'm not doing anything too crazy. Most of the time, Kevin sends me shit that's pretty on point, so I'll just show you.
Love me, I'm here to stay. Get my mama crib for days, got bills to pay. She tell me she feel my pain. We pouring up shots, we grateful for life today. In between blowing up.
If I take all this processing off, again, it's not going to sound much different. This is what it sounds like off.
Love me, I'm here to stay. Get my mama crib for days, got bills to pay. She tell me she feel my pain. We pouring up shots.
So really, I'm doing very minimal stuff. I just saturated it a little bit and compressed it a little bit more. Wasn't doing anything too crazy. A lot of this stuff here is for automation. I can tell you that's for sure for automation, just some high passing. Literally, I just use this saturate and color preset on Saturn on vocals. Either that or Gem Dopamine to just make them like a little bit brighter. Little altar boys for an automation later, fade to grays for an automation. So I'm barely doing shit. This little layer down here, that is me probably going into the track and just doing like the transposition modulation thingy. Let me see. So I probably did it on one of them and not the other. Clip, transposition. So yeah, just turned it up like that. Just made it sound weird and warbly and fucked up. So like the second one that goes da-da, like in a very unnatural, almost like a hard auto-tune way. Same thing. That's literally just, that's all it is. Nothing too crazy. And all of that is from Kevin's acapella. Again, all from his acapella reverb throw. I have this return. I have 3 returns always on my tracks, on my project files, because a lot of the times I am working with vocalists, having sessions with them in the room, and one of the most important things is to have a good vocal chain and to be able to move quickly. And so I do have a chain that I use. I started using it recently. Don't have it on this one because, like I said, with Kev specifically, he sent me an acapella that was already recorded, but I always have return tracks on. Most of the times it's just going on vocals, so I have pretty big reverb right here. I have Ableton delay, and then I have micro shift. So there's a little bit of C micro shift on these vocals. Nothing too big, but can't really hear it. Honestly, just widens it a little bit. That's like the soloed return track. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go to these vocals a little bit later. I feel like that's a part a lot of people want to see. I just don't want to give it away quite yet. As you can see, I just have a bunch of stupid extra Ableton tracks at the bottom that are probably like nothing. Let me see. Yeah, literally nothing. That's just how I roll though. Okay, so here we have the drums. Super straightforward. Second drop has, I think, a few more. Just that downbeat ride. Well, I mean, pretty obvious here that it's Oliver. I think Oliver makes really fucking good samples. So, pretty simple. That's the main snare, main sample. Oliver snare under it. Let's see, is that the kick that I use? This is the top kick. This is the low kick. And then there's a Vengeance loop at the top. Like I said, when you're on a flight, one of the things I like about producing on it is you have very little shit to work with. You don't have like an internet connection to like go on Splice and like find super unique whatever sounding samples. So you just kind of drag and drop and go and move really quick, and you don't really think about, am I using loops, am I not? Like, I think that whole debate is so fucking dumb. But yeah, that's literally as simple as it gets. That's everything together. This is the Vengeance loop. I think the Vengeance loop is probably what really drives it home. It's probably my favorite loop, just a mini little Vengeance loop. I'm sidechaining the Oliver loop to the kick. Probably nothing on the snare. And nope, didn't compress anything. Didn't literally compress nothing. For this drop, or for the second verse, I have a rap verse. Just so I changed the kick for a more rap kick. Super simple, you know, no rocket science here really. That's basically all the drums. A few effects here, let me see. Some downlifters, very like easy shit. You know, like this song, I find that like a lot of the best songs, depending on what kind of genre, sidechaining with Pro C, no, sidechaining with Ableton Compressor. I actually never sidechain with Pro C, not for any reason in particular, I just don't think I know how to. And honestly, most of my sidechain is volume automation. This is probably just a bunch more effects. Yep. And you know, the more I work on music, the more I realize, like, depending on genre, obviously, I mean, even with genre in mind, like, the most simple music, a lot of the times, is the most effective. What I mean by that is, like, you can have like a Flume record that has all of these like crazy sounds, but at the end of the day, Flume records are just a really good way of chaos that's super contained and super organized and like super followable. So if you listen to like a song like Never Be Like You, which was like a pop smash, it was also like a record that a lot of electronic people enjoyed, and I think because Flume has such a good pulse of like, you know, how can I make this super sonically interesting but keep it simple at its core, like foundationally. I think Skrillex is someone, obviously just the GOATs are the people who are like, you know, who are historically really good at that kind of shit. Just like I want to make this tasteful to like the EDM community, but I also want to make this tasteful as a bigger record. And so that's something I've been trying to learn and embody, because for the longest time I've like tried to like flex and be like, I'm a good producer, like I can do X, Y, Z, whatever. But I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to how can you make it tasteful and like apply it, and you know, just have a lot of people who enjoy it and like understand it and relate to it. This is the main bass right here, Repro 5. Look, I mean, it's a tiny ass project file. Super easy. This is my sidechain. Volume motivation, easy. You get it. In the drop, in the actual song, I did have a sub, and I'll play that mix at some point here so you guys can hear the difference. It is just a little better. Let's see what else we have going on. I did not use that. Did not use that. Looks like we have like a few more effects here. So that's basically me resampling the bass and ramping it up. Very simple clip transposition. This is actually, it's probably, I just resampled it as this, I'm assuming. So again, super simple shit. Mini riser right here. Going into this. Super easy. Main chords right here, Repro 5 again. Volcano as a filter. Not for any reason in particular. Then we got, what's up, John Lewag, the GOAT, the GOAT. All right, and then so we have the cutoff coming up on that. And then we go into the drop right here.
Oh yeah, whenever she calls, she tell me dream big, go ahead, have it all, just walk.
I just love that. I just love that drop so much. All right, and so the meat and potatoes of this song right here is this lead, and like everyone always asks me, like everyone who's heard the song is always asking me like, oh man, like what's the lead, or using some synth. Like I said, for the like 20th time, I made this shit on a plane, so I didn't have a lot to work with. I didn't have a lot of time. Like I wasn't being super intricate with like, you know, it's literally Kevin's voice resampled right here. This is layer 1, so 3 layers. 1 is a high layer, 1 is a low layer. This is the high layer right here, this is the low layer. This is the main layer, and I took like just a part of his vocal. So I took it from the point where he said ball. So I can actually show you which part it is. It looks like it's this right here. Yeah, exactly. So I just took that part of the vocal, and then I just transposed it and like drew. I basically was just drawing. Right here. Clip transposition modulation, and there we go. And so the little glitchy shit that's going on is, again, that's what I was talking about in the intro. That's like the little vocal stuff that I have playing at the beginning of the song, like this guy. That is right here. Same thing. So I just wanted to like create those motifs a little bit without you really realizing it, without the listener like listening for it specifically. And so that's the lead line, is just this vocal cut like and drawn basically melodically. And it was like super, I guess, like choppy, but that's like what I was going for. So here's the whole thing. So again, all that weird shit is just dumb drawing, you know? Like you can even follow it. Right here. Super fucked up and weird, but like you don't even know what the pocket is, you know? That's why I think it's cool. Same thing. Change the phrase right here because I wanted to end on something different that wasn't just ball. Super simple. Again, when I made this, the melody was a little bit different. Like there was just some weird shit on the turnaround, and I just found like, look, the texture is cool. Let's just make this something that's memorable and easy. Da, 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 da. That's it. Just keep it at that, and then nothing else. No like other extra shit. Just like the texture in itself is what's gonna make it cool. So that's the main layer. Here's the high layer. I just resampled, or low layer. My bad. See right. Let me see. right here, down the octave on complex. Here's the high layer. So let's go. That's basically most of ball. I would, if I made it today, and I made this a few months ago, if I made this today, I'd do a few things differently, but it's still the same idea. So I think the big thing here is how I process the chop. I think without this, it would be a little bit dry. Again, I'm not doing anything too crazy. This is without though, and it does make a big difference. So this is without. Versus with. So it's just a lot brighter. And I think what does that is this drive on Ultra Boy. I think that sometimes I use Ultra Boy just for the distortion unit. And it's just that combined with OTT, and look at this shit. OTT on 100%. Like, I just didn't give a fuck. I could, now I would do like 3 OTTs, you know? Shout out to Pluko, because Pluko is the OTT lord, and he was the guy that's just like, use OTT. So shout out to you, Pluko. But yeah, just that little thing, I think, made it pop out a little bit more, and then the layering is what brought it all together. So I think, like, the moral of the story for sounds like this is, like, if you have a good texture, then keep like, my way of thinking about it is, like, if the texture is really interesting, then, like, come up with a pretty simple melody like this, and then try to make the most of it. So basically, how do you get from this one layer to the processed 3-layer version? And how do you do that, like, as fast as possible so you don't really think about it? And I think that's kind of like, I guess the bread and butter of this record is just this little section, and that it kind of blends, like, simplicity with, like, a cool, I guess, like, some cool tonal characteristics. It's not like the craziest, like, most forward-thinking shit ever, you know, but it's, like, it's just fun. I think a lot of people fuck with it. So yeah, that's literally the song. Like, there are 40 Ableton tracks, like 10 of them are like random risers in random places, like another 10 are like, it's like a hi-hat, you know, like random vocal throws. Like, this song is like very simple and not much going on. So yeah, that's ball. Just ball. Shout out to KG, the GOAT, for hooking it up, for working on this one. I'm gonna hang out for a few minutes in case anyone has some questions. I do have to get going here in a second. Oh Jesus, my hat got stuck on the pop filter. So I'm gonna hang out for just a second, see if anyone has any production questions, concerns. Anyone who thinks I'm ghost produced. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to ghost producers. But yeah, that's the record. Oh, you know what? I can go over the master, what I have on the master real quick. So here's a song without the master. This is a pretty terrible master, to be honest. So here's without. With. It's honestly not that good of a master. It just, like, makes it a little bit louder. Standard clip for a clipper. Whoa. What's going on with that? Standard clip for a clipper. Pro L doing absolutely nothing. That's great. Ozone 9, literally never used that compressor. Just needed to hear it on the flight. Ozone Exciter. Soothe. I literally don't know what this is. I just made it louder when I because I can't hear anything up there. Imager, an automating imager. Gullfoss, which I no longer have because I was demoing it. Pro L for volume. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no magic behind this. This is just as simple as it gets. And that honestly sounded bad as a master. I could bring in the... Oh, Jesus. How do I get feedback in headphones? What the fuck? Maybe because they're open back. I can play... Let me see. So, ball, final... Let me see if I can play this. Let me turn all this off real quick and just play this master.
Whenever she calls, she tell me dream big, go ahead, have it all, just ball. Just ball.
So that compared to this, which is the project.
Tell me dream big, go ahead, have it all, just ball.
Like his mix just sounded more alive. You know, I think he brought the lead up in a really interesting way. And for me, that was worth it. Just he made the song better. So that's the record. Again, I'll give it like one more minute. See if anyone wants to pop in, say hello, ask me any good questions, ask me any bad questions. Let's see. Quick peek at the calendar. All right, y'all. That is ball. Appreciate you guys popping in. Yeah, it's a great record. Drops tonight. If you got, I don't know if I'm allowed to type links in here. Hold on one sec. Ableton with plugins. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna send you one link. You just have to authorize it in my settings. Well, I don't know that I want to do all that right now. Let me just see. Let me just try it. See what happens. Boom! Easy money. So if you guys want to pop over to that link, you can pre-save the song. There it is. Just looks like this. You know, super straightforward. You'll be able to pre-save the song and just hit collected right there, and then you have the song. So appreciate you guys for popping in. Hit me up whenever. On Instagram, Twitter, don't really care. Yeah, hope you guys learned.